Morning, gang. So, interesting few days we've been through, huh? We had all the brouhaha go on Wednesday up on Capitol Hill, and you know now the certification of the election and all that crap going on. So, then of course, like we talked about, now it's official that Warnock and Ossoff have both won in Georgia, so it's a 50-50 split in the Senate, which of course means Kamala Harris is the tie-breaking vote. So for all intents and purposes, Schumer's now the majority leader. So where does that leave us? Okay, I kind of talked about yesterday on a financial side, but I'm going to put this out there because I can see this starting to pick up steam. We all heard of Texit in the fall. Texas, there's always this talk about Texas seceding and stuff like that. This may start coming to fruition, guys, okay? Because I want to kind of explain something to you here. The name of our country is the United States of America, okay? The of America part, well, we're in North America. You can't really change that, okay? I think nobody will disagree with me that we're about as far from united as you could possibly get. This is the interesting part, is the states part. Now, if you think about any other country in the world, okay, sure, they have different regions or whatever it is, but no other country has independent governments with as much power as ours do, okay, that's given to the states. We have a complete separation between the federal government and the state government on a lot of things, even though the federal government tries to meddle in all of it, but that's beside the point. So what you, for all intents and have, is you have 50 little independent nations that are all working together as one large nation. That's what I think is going to break apart, okay? Now, I've talked about this before, to do it constitutionally, that takes 2/3 of each House, Senate and the House. Then it takes 3/4 of the states to ratify a state leaving. That's not going to happen, okay? Even if the Democrats are like, Texas, get the hell out of here, the rest of the red states probably aren't going to say, go ahead. Because, obviously at that point, they know the chances of ever winning another election are zero. So what's more likely to happen, okay, is you are going to start to see what's the word I want to use here, a joining, teamwork between the red states, okay? And I'm not even going to say all of them, okay? Because Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Louisiana, that whole group right there, no problem. I mean, that's all very solid red, all, in the same geographical area. Now, do those states all join together? Sure. The problem is that's still only 6 or 7, right? So now you add Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Florida might want to come in, but Florida poses a little bit of a problem, okay? And that's Georgia, okay? South Carolina would probably join in. If you went up through the Midwest, Kansas, Nebraska, the Dakotas, Idaho, Montana, Utah would probably all want to join in. And now you kind of get this weaved shape country, if you will. The problem that you have here is there's these little islands now. You have Colorado, which is, would be an island, pretty much surrounded by, Utah and the Plains states and everything like that. Wyoming, obviously, I forgot that. Wyoming would, of course, fall in line with the rest of the red states. So that's a possibility, but you have like Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona now, okay? The way those states have swung, those are going to probably all wind up in the California country, I guess, if you will, which is very possible. I don't put Kentucky in the red states. I don't think it flips. I don't think Indiana or Ohio do as well, or Pennsylvania or North Carolina. Those states have all really turned into purplish states. Kentucky, they elected a Democrat governor. Ohio is always, we can't figure out which way we're going to go. Indiana seems to be electing some more on the Democrat side. They kind of bounce back and forth a little bit too. So you may have a Great Plains Southern coalition that winds up trying to become a separate country. So you'd have a Northeast country, Georgia being that island, okay, because they're stuck in between South Carolina and Florida. Georgia could be a real sticking spot for something like this. And then you're going to have the entire West Coast and then the Southwest, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, Washington, Oregon, all those falling in that way. It won't happen via constitutional convention. The way it's probably going to happen, and we've all talked about this, is there's going to be armed conflict. Okay, the only way it's feasibly going to happen at this point is if there is a complete collapse of the U.S. Constitution. Well, considering what just happened in the election, the special election here, and what happened back in November, that's already in line. The Democrats are already going to completely burn the U.S. Constitution. It's practically done, okay? The far left has control. They want to turn the entire country into a socialist country. Face it, that's the facts, okay? We know how Kamala Harris butters her bread, AOC, Bernie Sanders, Raphael Warnock, Adam Schiff, Nancy Pelosi, the whole cast of clowns over there, okay? We know that's what they want. So, as they like to call it, flyover country, well, it is now going to be a flyover country for them, because those two will be separate countries, and it's going to wind up a, if you will, two-front war. You hear all the, economically they could never do it. Well, I'm going to throw a curveball at you on this one. You hear the arguments from the left why Texas couldn't succeed. Well, they'd lose NASA. They'd have to pay back, all those states would have to pay back their share of the national debt. And, of course, you hear the Democrats, we'd be happy to get rid of all the red states because, they're the ones that take all the government handouts and, right, okay, sure, it's the red states. Okay, no, it's the cities, those traditional blue cities in those traditional red states, and then all the blue states. Show me how many people are on welfare and food stamps in Arkansas versus how many people are on welfare and food stamps in New York City. Okay, don't even give me that crap. So, like I said, they're going to tell Texas, you've got to get rid of NASA and all this. Fine. You know what? Close it down. They're not going to. Let's see, where are the space exploration stations, if you will? Texas and Florida. Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Blue State, you want a space program? We'll happily lease you the area, okay, at God knows how many billions of dollars. So you have no space program. So don't make these idle threats about what you're going to close down, okay? My point on this is the West Coast is going to be a one country. The East Coast is going to be a second country, okay? Hey, East Coast, good luck eating, okay? You think the food costs are going to be high now? Wait till you have to pay import taxes on food, because you know what? The red states aren't exactly going to go, you know what? We're going to be all sorts of friendly to you and we'll just give it to you at cost. Not going to work that way, okay? California, they're going to feed you? That's your plan? Right, okay. Because as all those illegals keep running up across the border into California and do it, they got to feed those people first, okay? And, you ever known California to give anybody a discount on anything? Nah, me neither, okay? So, East Coast, you're not going to be able to eat, okay? West Coast, okay? Let me ask you this. What do you manufacture? You going to buy everything from China? Hey, we know, how the quality stuff that we get out of China there, okay? Good luck with all of that. All right. You want those cars, you want those cell phones, everything. Yeah, you're going to be paying all those import taxes. You want your electric vehicles? Great. You can have all your electric vehicles, but good luck powering them, okay? Because there's no law that says, gee, you know what? Utah is going to stop all the water flowing into Lake Mead in Las Vegas so Southern California can have water, which, the Hoover Dam kind of supplies all your electricity too. Oh, by the way, no water flow, no electricity, no water. Okay. So I'm not saying it's going to happen quick, guys, but this is what is probably in the cards. We are no longer united. We are 50 separate nations all working together as one. Well, that's not happening anymore. Okay. So I just kind of want you to be aware, especially where you live right now, because if you live in the Northeast, if you live in Michigan or Minnesota or whatever it would be, and you don't want to be ruled by the liberal elite, you might want to think about leaving, because once the borders are set, don't plan on seeing a whole lot of immigration. You're going to see the blues move out of the reds and the reds move out of the blues, and that's pretty much going to be it. We don't have anything in common anymore, guys. We are no longer united. We have completely polar opposite views of the way society should work. Okay. There is no middle ground anymore. Compromise is done. Okay. And it's just not going to happen. So my guess at this point is, with the way the election went today, you will inevitably see the calls for secession grow. It sucks, 250 years of being a united country. And thank you to Barack Obama for starting the division. And thank you for Joe Biden for finishing the project. Okay. You two have managed to completely collapse the United States, which we know was your goal in the first place. So congratulations on a job well done. Just don't call us when you're starving. Have a good one. Pinball out.